Hey guys, what's up? It's Lady Calysta. Today I am going to be talking to you guys about the top players' wishlist items for Lords Mobile. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that I scoured the internet, I went on Reddit, I asked via my own social media, asked my guild, asked all over the place what were the top things that Lords Mobile players wanted to see changed in the game. So pretty interesting. So I created a list. I tallied everybody's feedback, everybody's comment, and I basically created a list of the top 10 things and wanted to call them out, wanted to see if you guys agreed, if you thought I was missing anything. And this is always a good opportunity. I know for various games, this kind of feedback can be invaluable. So, why not? And let's talk about the kinds of things that we wish would change. So the first one that I have on here is all around monster hunting. And that kind of surprised me because I don't think about monster hunting all that much, but a lot of you guys do. So that must mean it's important. So what you guys said was you wanted to have the ability to choose how many hits to do on a monster. That I actually really, really like. Either one hit or using all your energy at once is just not... it's not good. It makes you waste a lot of energy oftentimes if you have to use all your energy at once. So they want to have the ability to decide how many hits you do. I love that one. And the second part of that was statistics for monster hunting kills. It would make it easier for guild leadership to determine who's contributing to what and who is leeching from gifts. So that was, I think, a special call out from some of the guild leaders that they would love to know who's actually doing their job, right, and contributing to those guild gifts. The second one that we have is the ability to spam speed boots when doing a solo march instead of going back and forth. Now this one I totally agree with, because that is the most annoying thing when you're trying to move really, really quickly and attack someone fast. Having to kind of go back and do it as opposed to just clicking use makes a big difference, and it does make you waste a lot of time. So totally agree with that one. The third one, Fix Guild Fest. Fix Guild Fest. And I actually had to ask some follow-up questions when I think that one came up in Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. And I had to ask some questions around that, and people just didn't think it was kind of set up the right way. They thought there needed to be more quests that didn't only rely on spending a lot of money, and the ones that didn't rely on spending money have kind of been removed in the past year or so. So specifically, they said bring back troop kill quests. I had used to do those. I used to love those. They basically will give you a certain amount of troops that you have to kill within a certain amount of time. Sometimes it can be pretty intense, right? It'll be like, kill 500,000 troops in an hour or something. And if you're in a dry kingdom, that could become really difficult. The next one that I have is number 4. A way to trade in items in your bag that you're not going to use. Oh my God, do I have a lot of those. So things like cabinet expanders, bookmark expanders, materials for the pay-to-play buildings like cuffs, etc., things for the altar. I'd be happy to have a few gems in return for each. So I think that's a really good idea. We know that for a variety of reasons, IGG will not let us gift those items. I think that was another thing that people brought up. Can we gift them? Kind of makes sense why you can't, but it would be really cool to trade them in for gems. I think that's a really great idea, or for something else that you would want, and maybe there's like a trade function for some of those items. The next one is the addition of new true free-to-play heroes. This is such a gap right now. I'm not free-to-play, but if I were, I would be unhappy about that particular thing, because there have been quite a few heroes that have rolled out that are all really, really expensive, right? So there isn't a way to grind for a free-to-play hero, and there hasn't been a new free-to-play hero in a really, really long time. The game really needs one. One that has, let's see, there were more specifics on that one. One that has a hero attack for each troop type, one with a useful administrative skill, also having viability in Coliseum. So I think that's a really good one. The next one is, please let me buy individual gear materials. So what this player means is, instead of having to, let's say you're looking for a specific thing, and that can be whatever, bloodsuckers or something. Instead of having to buy like the whole pack that has all the other things that you don't need, just giving you the ability to buy that specific item, even if it's more expensive, I think would go a long way. I don't know if IGG would do something like that, just because that is kind of how they make a lot of their revenue, I think, is like making you buy things that you don't necessarily need by making them part of this bigger pack. but that's a good one. And then in the next few ones, I have a lot of love for. So one of them, number 7, combine and merge kingdoms. There are too many dead ones right now. This is huge, you guys. I think we're going to be opening up Kingdom 400 soon, and I think it's time that we have a serious kingdom consolidation. I know for some of you, this comment caused a lot of drama. I think it was also on Reddit, because there was a lot of back and forth, and the reason for that was people that are growing. So either you're a very small player and growing, or you're a player that is trying to unlock T4. That's a big one, right? You don't want to start fighting if you're trying to get like gold and all that stuff. You don't want to get rallied. There would probably be a way to consolidate the kingdoms and then mark some kingdoms as hostile warring kingdoms and some as low active kingdoms. I've seen that done in games before. That would help solve some of those concerns. But there really needs to be something done about having all these kingdoms out there and so many of them just not being viable. And the reason that that is not good is reason number 8. So number 8 is please fix kvk. If you combine and merge kingdoms, kvks will be immensely better. That is a big deal. So if you are participating in kvk and you get paired against 2 dead kingdoms, your kvk is done. And that's happened to us a lot. So it would help alleviate some of those things. Part of number 8 also was consider making kvk in groups of 10 versus making it in 1v1 or in groups of 3 or in groups of 4. Could we have kvks be in groups of 10? And especially if you merge the kingdoms, you're going to have a lot less kvks. They may be a bit more complex, but that would help make sure that the kvks, there's actually something to do, right? So how many times have you guys like popped on all your boosts and you're just spending a ton of time just searching for castles to hit and you can't find anything? That's happened to me a whole lot, and you guys have seen my kvk videos. Like, I struggle, and I have to, when I'm doing the editing, I realize I'm spending hours just like looking and scouting and looking for something to hit, right? And I'm thinking about all of you guys that are kind of waiting for a video, and I want to show you something cool and fun, and I want it to be exciting, but it's a struggle. It's definitely a struggle depending on the kingdom that we get tasked against. Number 9, real pack sales. So what does that mean? Once a year, each $99 pack should go a certain percentage off. Make it 50% off or 30% off. So actually having a percentage sale for special occasions. I think that's a really cool one. And then the last one, number 10, this is one that caused a lot of drama when it first came on the scene, and some of you guys are newer, so you weren't around for that, but it's removing the gifting issue. So small players cannot gift larger players. That's been something that has been making people unhappy for a really long time. I think if you're a larger player in a guild, it completely eliminates the ability for you to ever get gifted anything. And then if you have alt accounts or whatever, you unlock the gifting capability. So unlocking the gifting capability, guys, takes $100, right? So if you went ahead and did that and you're still sitting on those alts and you can't gift your bigger account, that just feels bad, man. It's not a good moment. So I thought these were kind of cool. You never know what can happen in the future, you guys. So I wanted to kind of compile all of these together, put them out there, hear from all of you. Sound off down below. Do you agree with these? Do you not? Do you think I'm missing any big ones? And you never know. I really think IGG always keeps a close pulse on what people are saying. They obviously have a big presence on YouTube, so they might make some changes. You never know. So sound off below. And as usual, thank you so much for watching.